Welcome back to Include You. I hope you enjoyed your 300 level classes. You're now a senior. My name is Caitlin and I will be your course instructor for Tools for Inclusion 400. Here are some notes to outline what you're going to be learning during this presentation.
Promoting fidgets as a helpful inclusion tool and implementing them as a means of self-regulation. Implementing incentive plans to reinforce positive behavior individually and within the group. Understanding the benefits of a break space and how to set it up for your own program.
Let's kick things off with Fidgets 401. I know you've heard of them before, but let's talk about why they actually help. Fidgets can facilitate chemical changes in the brain. This becomes especially helpful for individuals with disabilities who have different ways of sensory processing. Some benefits include
increasing attention span, focus, and concentration. Fidgets stimulate the brain and filter out distracting sensory input. This sensory stimulation can result in feeling calm and being able to control emotions and behaviors.
There's 4 different types of fidgets that you'll want to implement in your program. Let's go through all 4 to learn more about how each one can be most beneficial. The first type is a fine motor fidget. These are best used when participants benefit from a fidget to channel attention on an expected task or is listening to an expectation. An example of this type of fidget could be a pipe cleaner. The next type we're going to learn about is a sensory fidget. These are best used when a participant becomes dysregulated, is overwhelmed by the environment, and needs to focus their negative energy. The squeezing motion offers a therapeutic release of tension. An example of this could be a stress ball. Now let's talk about weighted fidgets. These are best used when a participant feels disconnected from their environment and could benefit from a fidget to feel grounded. An example of this could be a rice bag. Last but not least, the gross motor fidget. This option is best used when a participant requires a fidget to channel their surplus energy so that they can focus on an expected task, such as an exercise band. Sometimes a participant is using a fidget, but it seems like it's not working. Maybe the participant appears more anxious or displays less concentration. That could be because fidgets could have the opposite effect on a participant if it's not used properly. Fidgets can be overstimulating or understimulating to the participant. Getting to know the participant and reading their participant modification plan is really important so that you can provide the most appropriate tool for inclusion. So, how do you handle a situation where one participant is getting a fidget and the other isn't? Well, that's easy. All participants should have access to the fidgets. And it's important that everybody at your camp knows the fidget rules and understands the expectations. They are: I keep my fidget safe in my hands. I continue to pay attention when I use my fidget. I will return my fidget to its home when I'm done. Now, there's some other fidget methods that don't require the use of any supplies. Here's some options for self fidgets. These are moments when you can use your hands to fidget and move and squeeze and touch as a way to cope and feel calm. You could
use your thumb and rub in circular motions on the palm of your opposite hand. Use your finger and thumb to squeeze the area between your finger and thumb on the opposite hand. Do this to each finger and then switch hands. Squeeze your hand into a tight fist for 10 seconds and release. Starting at the base of each finger, squeeze with light pressure up to the nail. Do this on each finger and switch hands. Finger tapping in patterns: Z, Y, X, W, V, U, T.
Well, that concludes this section on Fidgets 401. Next is your final exam.